In this video, we are talking about tapering. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the weekly vlog. I'm out here getting lost with Simon. He said, "Fordy, I've got a really good route, 16 miles, you're gonna love it." And be fair, you know what? It's cracking along here, I absolutely love it. Right, so we only got a couple of weeks left to Edinburgh. And it's taper time. So I thought this week in the vlog, we'll talk a little bit about that, what we're doing. Might help, you might not, you might want to use it. Maybe you've got London later in the year. Something like that, but I thought I'd tell you what we're doing for our taper. You may notice we're missing somebody this week. Yeah, Speako, he's working. He's had a bit of a shocker this week. So, by the way, look, check out the views, look. Not a bad run, is it? Anyway, so, tapering. Where do you start? So, a taper is usually in the plan 3 weeks, right? Bog standard. And the taper is there to let you sort of recover, catch up, rest, and get yourself race ready. But what I found over the years of doing this stuff, let's call it, is I prefer like a 2.5 week taper with, by saying nuts, a race chucked in there as well. I've just found that formula works for me, so I'm not losing any sharpness for my runs. I think it's different if you're doing like your first marathon and 100% 3 weeks, but I think when you get into an area where you're sort of hunting for times and you're looking to improve, you need to fine tune your taper. So as a tip, I would say play with it. Play with your taper, learn and gain experience and find out what works for you. As I said, for me it's a 2.5 week taper, so we got 16 weeks, 16 miles, we then got with a goal pace in it, then we've got an 18 miler, all easy, and then in the week, where we was at like 50 miles a week, we dropped that down to like 40, and then we basically keep going down from there. And then, like I said, for me, I stick a race in the week before. So I've got Hackney Half booked in the week before Edinburgh. The reason I'm doing that, and I usually do, it's a 30-mile run. I'm literally thinking at the start of the race, this is Edinburgh Marathon. This is the first 3 miles. So I will do those first 3 miles as though I was at Edinburgh. So goal pace or whatever strategy I decide, I will do those first 3 miles. And I will run that, bang on what I need to run it on. I will go through the whole sort of rigmarole of a race day scenario, toilets, backdrop, all that kind of stuff, getting there, getting up early, all that as ultimate race prep. So I'm sharp mentally in awareness, but also for strategy for the week after. So after that 3 miles, I then drop down to like stupid pace, basically. Just walking, larking about, having fun and enjoying the next 10 miles and just getting the bling, basically. I don't care what time I run, how much of it I walk, don't care, just there to have some fun then. And then there's no difference between that for me than going out and running 6 miles at a reasonable lick. It's going to have the same effect, but by doing that race, I'm sort of race sharp and sort of race ready. So the sort of tips and hints I can give you with your taper, quite simple really, and it's to just reduce your intensity, the amount of hard running you're doing, but keep the frequency. So keep your patterns, keep your 5-6 runs a week, whatever you're doing, keep that, but just reduce the intensity. So I don't know, maybe you got in your plan a 5 mile lactate threshold run. Make it maybe a 4 mile easy pace run. Probably takes a lot longer, but it doesn't matter. It's just keeping the legs going over and moving through the week. I would still recommend chucking in one sort of, say, hard session, not mental hard, but one sort of hardish session in the week in your taper, just to keep the speed in your legs. Great one is like 800 meter repeats. So you do your 800s, but or do 400s, but do 800s. But it's like a nice, again, talk about lactate threshold, a nice tempo pace through that 800 meters. So it's not like crazy pace, but it's still an element of speed that you can get through. 400s are good, but I would say you need to step on it a little bit more than that threshold pace. So there's like 2 examples of some runs you can do that will keep some speed in your legs during that taper, but it's kind of limited to maybe like 1 session a week in that taper period, because you don't want to go mad, but at the same time you don't want to lose that feeling of speed in your legs. So that's it. That's the sort of taper tips, I would say. Gives you an idea, hopefully, of what we're doing as well. Let me know in the comments if you've got any taper tips that you can share, and say stick them down there. I'll jump in there when the old video drops as normal. But yeah, share some love down there in the comments and give some tips and some hints about tapering, because I say it's a very individual thing once you get sort of through that first marathon. Right, okay, we've got about 13 miles left on this run to get done. So we'll see you guys next week. We'll probably at some point over the next few weeks wrap up our training, give ourselves some scores on the doors as we head to race day. Right, say bye, Si, even though you've not said anything.
See you later, bye.
We'll catch you guys later.